Hello, it's Obianuju Jane, and you're welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to see you back here today on this video. In my previous videos, I talked about why you need a plan and strategy before trying to get into masters in the United States or relocating to any country even. You need a plan and you need a strategy now because it makes all the difference in your process, okay? Because if you do not take your time to plan, save, and strategize, you would be under so much pressure when the process starts. You wouldn't even have you wouldn't even have gathered adequate information. And we all know that information is key. It's very important that you have the right information, like you know exactly what you're going in for, what you need, what's required of you, and you take your time to plan these things. So today on this video, you already saw the caption. We're talking about the cost, an estimate of how much you would need to pursue graduate program career, yes, in the United States. So like I was saying, if you don't like plan and all of that, this could set you up for mistakes, making wrong choices, or even falling for people that will take your money. So if you have taken some time to plan and save up, these are some of the things that your money is going to go into. I'm going to tell you those things now and a rough estimate of how much it could cost so that you know what you're working with, like what you're, and anticipate what you're going to spend, what you're going to need. And the goal here is to apply to as many schools as possible. So your money will be going into applications. Applying for as many schools as possible gives you more opportunity of getting admission. And it's great to have options to choose from. Let's say you get admission from two, three, four, five schools if you're lucky, and then you have to evaluate all of the schools and then make a choice. You get. So in the previous video I listed the admission checklist. Please watch that video. I'll link it to this one. So let's just get into the cost of everything. The first thing would be application fee. You should budget between $30 to $150 depending on the school for each application fee. Then you should also budget to apply to like between 3 to 5 schools or more. This gives you like better opportunities, more chances to get admission. It's not like you spend the whole year applying. When the results come out, when they start getting back to you, you don't get into any of the schools. It's not nice. Please don't ever apply for just one school. Don't do it. No matter what, apply to at least 3 schools. Don't apply to just one school. I beg, to avoid heartbreak. You get. So the next fee would be evaluation fee. That, you remember that other video that we talked about. So like I said in the previous video, this is not free, so you have to pay for evaluation fee. Find out what it means and what it's all about in the video before this one. Please watch that one. So find out if your school requires this and the type they use. So budget between $200 to $300. It might be more or less depending on when you're watching this video, what year, what time. Things change, but it's not cheap. It's usually between $200 to $300 or more. The next thing that you'd consider the cost is your tuition fee. It's important to budget this and your accommodation. Very important. Please don't before you even start deciding to choose a school, find out how much it costs. Find out on time. Just find out from their website. Now, for schools that don't give scholarships, just find out. Even for schools that give scholarship, still find out because they might not even give you. So most schools on their website, you can find an estimated tuition fee and living expenses for international students you get. So just find out these things online. Like it's there. It's there on the school website, please. Okay. Now the good news is that when you do get admission, okay, there is a payment plan for tuition. You don't have to pay all at once. So you just check out the plan they have on their website and then you just choose one, the one that suits you. Okay. Also, keep in mind that accommodation is very expensive in the United States. Accommodation is very expensive, very, very expensive. It's nothing compared to what you're familiar with in your country. Nothing at all. It's expensive. If you've not watched my video on how to get funding, I'll link that video to this one. You should watch it. Okay. So another very important thing is health insurance. Find out exactly what health insurance is used by your school and the cost. I can't tell you how much this costs, that is your tuition and health insurance and all of that, because it's variable, it's different for different schools. You find out these ones on their website. Okay. Health insurance is a very big deal in the United States. Like medical care is a big deal. You can't even just get even the smallest procedures done. It's very expensive, paying out of pocket. You will just have heart attack, you just faint. So find out about that health insurance thing. It's very important. The next on the list would be your service fee. This means students and exchange visitor information system fee. Okay, this thing is called service. This is what it's called. I beg, I'm not really sure if that's how it's pronounced, but you get it means students and exchange visitor information system fee. It's a fixed amount of $200. You pay this to the United States Homeland Security Department. They negotiate this one. They don't price this one. This one is like fixed. The next thing on the list would be your visa application fee. This is a fixed amount of 160 US dollars. $160. Okay. Now, the next thing you would consider the cost is your flight ticket. Of course, now you need to fly to come here. Yes. Omo, book this one on time. Oh, book on time. You can cut yourself 500k naira if you're Nigerian if you book on time. Abi, like some like up to 200 to 300,000 is a lot of money. When you book, can make a lot of difference on your flights ticket, the cost. So once your visa is approved, I beg, just book ASAP. It's not fixed, so I can't tell you how much, but you can just go online and check out some airlines, how much they take to get to your exact location, like the state you're going to, the United States for your school. Now, I'm sure that many people are thinking that once they come to the US, they will start working and making money. Please and please, you are not legally permitted to work outside the campus. Yep. And it's only for 20 hours a week max. So any job you get must be on the campus, must be on the campus ground. Can't work outside. It's against the law. Hmm? So your dependents, your spouse, your wife, your husband is also not permitted to work. So you can't work legally on F1 and F2 visa, which is the visa that you're going to have. Okay, so and even when you do get a job, let's say that you look for a job on campus that is not the grad assistant job or the grad um research job I talked about in the previous video. Any job you get on campus are going to be just petty jobs, and you cannot pay your tuition. It can only support your living expenses, maybe feeding and you getting around, maybe support paying your rent. Support though, you can't even really pay your rent. Like I said in the beginning of this video, before you start trying to come here for masters, try to come to the US for masters, take your time, plan, save up money too. It's very important, guys. Like it's very important that you do this, that you take your time, you plan, no rush, no pressure. It will save you so much trouble if you take your time. You find out rough estimate of what you need to spend and you work towards it and you just take your time. By the time you take your time and do these things, you'd have gathered so much information that every single process will be like a walkover for you. Okay. So that's all of it. Like that is like some of the things like I feel like you should consider their cost for now. Now, another very important thing, guys, you might be helping someone get the information that could change their lives just by sharing this video on your WhatsApp status for free. It won't cost you anything, but might be helping someone. Just share this video on your WhatsApp status, your Instagram stories, and your Facebook stories. Share the link so that someone can click on it and find this video on YouTube so that they will not fall for all these things that's happening online. I beg. I have a lot of videos coming up that could really help you go through these processes with ease. Okay. I would love to read and respond to your comments. I would love that so much. Please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.